On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
If love to Rilla is, I have to have strong feelings for this person. Not to say that that's what it is, Rilla, but if someone says my definition of love should be feelings, right? All right, so be it. But just understand that when those feelings go away, deal with the consequences. Same like you, Amira. If you're saying that him providing is a measurement of love, when he can't provide, what you gonna do?
So in terms of just the question in general, I was thinking about it while Anton was talking and Chicago was going back with him and Amira was talking. I feel that love is something that people attribute to other things, right? They think commitment is love. They think loyalty is love. They think providing is love. But love is just literally a feeling, right? So I do think that love is an important aspect. You know, you want to feel a certain way about somebody. But I think a lot of the things that make the marriage work are conflated with love, right? So someone can love you and not be faithful. Someone can love you and not provide for you. Someone can love you and not do any of these things. So like love is
what's the purpose of love, right?
Right, I understand, and that's where I'm getting to. In terms of the feeling of love, I think that's the glue that keeps you there when you're just in a moment of like, you know what, none of this other stuff is going right, and I'm just attached to this person in whatever kind of way, if it's your spouse. I think love is important. I think love is not the main thing that keeps relationships together at all. I think the main things are up to the individuals. Like if you want somebody that's, you know, providing or faithful or whatever the case may be, that's up to each individual couple. But I do think that love is important for a lot of people. Everybody, no. But a lot of people, yes, because they're not even going to try to get to that next step without the love based on the culture that is here. And like we were talking about earlier.
Something?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think that, like my situation, like I was explaining to you, the whole like falling in love and then out of love and then falling in love again, do you think that this is what most people consider the actual love? Is that feeling that I'm talking about, like that that kind of ecstasy of like, I love your smell, I love your voice, I love everything about you for a moment, and then after that you fall out of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that is infatuation. I think that might be the word, where you're, you know, feeling like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this person. Oh my goodness, I love every like thing about them and all this. I think that love is you know, I'm not going to define love for everybody, but it's definitely a feeling. And I just think that you can't say that love is the only thing. There's so many aspects of a relationship that come together to make it work. So, like I said, love, I mean, it's important. It definitely is, because I feel like it brings the longevity, I guess you could say, to the relationship, like through the ups and downs and all this type of stuff. But infatuation is different from love, and other things such as commitment and providing and, you know, honesty, these are all different from love. Like, I think a lot of people confuse it, where they're just like, if you loved me, you wouldn't lie. And it's just like, nah, people that love people lie all the time. Like, that is not the definition of love. Love is just like a feeling.
Okay.
What?
Can I wait? Let me take the time, because I haven't even gotten a chance to like speak on this.
Yeah, I was coming to you next. Go ahead, Laura.
I think it's important to know that there are different types of love. Okay, ethos, you know, you go down the list, right? I have not been to marital counseling, but I would assume that in whatever counsel you get or whatever happens before you get married, they're going to talk about your feelings. They're going to prick and prime. So if you say, I love him, we're going to really pick at that. Okay, we're going to see if you really love him, right? We're going to ask you all these questions, and then it'll really show through what love really looks like or means.
See, but you can't tell somebody else whether or not they love somebody.
Let me finish. You gotta let me finish. I'm not done.
That's
so
just
should you get married solely based on love? No. But I personally believe that love is a necessary ingredient in a relationship. It's just like baking a cake. You need eggs. When you get married, you need love. The depth of how much love that is, what that looks like, it varies by individual, right? Like I can't say that you have to fall deeply in love. Like who can really describe what deeply in love means? Like, so to Kay's point, love has many definitions based, and it varies by couple. Like you all get to define what that looks like as a couple, in my opinion. But I think it's important to get clear on what type of love we're talking about. And Amir, is nothing wrong with falling in and out of love, depending on which love you're referring to. It's all a feeling. Like whatever type of love you're talking about, it's all a feeling, and it's going to go in and go out. But the reason why
I ask you, Lauren, if you, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I was just trying to get it. I wanted to ask you, so the way you're talking about love, because you are set to get married in the next year or two, what will you do in your situation? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The way you're very beautiful is gonna happen. What will be the standard for you? Will you need to be in love, or will you see that person for different reasons? And as Anton calls it a business, but will you see the other aspects of that person and marry for those reasons and fall in love? Love, like Anton said, it comes later, and it is a good thing. It's like an extra perk of your marriage. It's like, I'm actually loving that person. But what will you do in your situation?
You're right. So when I said like love is a necessary ingredient, notice I didn't say to be in love is a necessary ingredient, right? You have to love the person. You have to love things about them to where you would want to be with this person every single day. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to like go into a debate on whether you should be in or out of love. I'm just saying that love should exist in whatever way, in shape and form that looks like, right? If you say, I want to marry him because I love the way he looked, that's your prerogative. That's what you're going to do. And whatever choice you make, you're going to have to deal with whatever that looks like, right? So, but notice that love, you love certain components of that person, right? Or you love parts of that person, whether it's their characteristics, what they bring to the table, whether it's money, what they provide. To your point, Amir, like if your definition of love is providing, that's it. It's no right or wrong answer. That's how you define love. If love to really is, I have to have strong feelings for this person. Not to say that that's what it is, really, but if someone says my definition of love should be feelings, right? All right, so be it. But just understand that when those feelings go away, deal with the consequences. Same like you, Amira. If you're saying that him providing is a measurement of love, when he can't provide, what you gonna do? If divorce is on the table, you deal with those consequences, right? So I'm just saying, like, you choose whatever love looks like, and I'm just saying love should be an ingredient in a relationship in general. And I hope that makes sense, right? Like, and if it doesn't, that's cool.
No, do you love me? Do you love me, Kay? Do you love me, Kay?
No, I'm just we ain't talked since the last show, so I haven't decided yet, Anton.
I'm in love with Rilla.
I know y'all are you know what?
That work husband stuff. No time to work husband stuff. JR right there, bro.
You know,
You said what? What'd you say?
I said, don't try and pull that work husband stuff on me, JR.
Why did they play R. Kelly? Like, wait, what?
You ain't heard what he playing. He not playing R. Kelly.